right. Welcome back, friends, family, and frenemies, to another episode. Our warp bubble has successfully collapsed, and we are locked in synchronous orbit around our latest celestial, with the reactor firmly in recharge mode. Also, thank you for the follow, Fragmented. I appreciate it, and for anybody else that may have followed me while I was off stream, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, and thank you for all the support for everybody else. So another Thursday. Not a lot's happened overall. We have a few minor updates, things to get through. The particular stream might be a little bit less game heavy as previous ones, just because of essentially the stuff you can set up third-party wise for intra-station trading. I did not get my alt back to Jitta, so we're gonna have to work on that too. But I wanted to kind of go in and show you guys exactly how things worked overall in setting this up, because honestly, without this particular, you could probably do it manually, but it's a lot easier if you use this particular app and if you use it as an app on your phone. So that's kind of what we're going to get into. It's another episode specifically for intra-station trading, which is honestly, it's very alpha accessible if you do it right. So we're going to poke around a bit on that more. I'm going to show you guys how to set up the app, or the Eve Market Deals app, so you can get the most out of it. And then we'll see what else is out there to maybe grab tonight, and kind of see what to do, where to go back and forth at, and maybe make a little bit more ISK, right? All right. Before that, we got some news. We got some random things like that, as we always do at the beginning of the stream. So we'll go ahead and get into that and see what's shaking in the world of EVE Online. Let's go ahead and switch over. There we go. Oh, I don't have this switched over. Give me just a second. I was adjusting that earlier on. That's my fault. Okay, so biggest update right now, as far as patches go. The only real thing of note was that the hunt event ended for the year. Capsules no longer have a chance to drop some of the fitted implants when destroyed, and the Empires and Pirates will continue to purchase classified Caldari databanks from Capsuleers until at least the 14th of June. So if you have any of those classified Caldari databanks, you can still turn them in. There's still plenty of time to do that. And that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Not too much regarding patches beyond that. So it's kind of, which makes sense, because we're kind of winding down to the end part of the month. So this is about the time period where we're not going to see too many hefty patches or patch adjustments until the next round, until the next monthly drop. So, all right. Next up is the CSM 17, the elections. The announcement's been made. And for those of you that don't know, that's the Council of Stellar Management. This one, I guess I'll just read the article in this case. Noble citizens of New Eden, it's once again the time of year when we set out to assemble the next Council of Stellar Management, which will closely collaborate with CCP Games in the ongoing development of EVE Online. The democratic elections we are about to embark on are a unique tool within the gaming industry, providing unparalleled access to developers and embodying the tremendous value we see in shaping the future of the game hand in hand with the players who have shaped the world and history of EVE into what it is today. We cannot express enough how deeply appreciative we are of the dedication and passion the EVE community has demonstrated in the game's nearly 19 years, and for every invaluable player who is ready and willing to offer their time and work with us to continue improving the world's largest living work of science fiction. Yeah, it's kind of a pretty big thing. They've got a few additional changes. I read through this article in depth. So I'll get to kind of what they're doing. Let's see here. They did, due to ongoing world issues, they couldn't meet in person. However, they did evolve it, and they don't feel the ability to attend one or a summit should be a requirement to run for the CSM, as members can contribute and add value throughout the entire term's length. For that reason, the CSM 17 elections will be more accessible than before by being open to players who might not want or be able to travel to Iceland. So that's actually kind of a big thing. If you can't really travel this time around, they've figured out a way essentially to do that without having to do that. So another improvement they're introducing this year is the 72-hour application average processing time. In the past, due to the way we announced confirmed candidates for the first time after the submission period is over, we noticed situations where players were disappointed when their candidate did not pass our thorough internal review process. Our hope here is to give you some buffer to reevaluate your options or have time to find another candidate to put forward in the case of organized player groups. So hopefully this really kind of helps us out a little bit in that particular regard. I'll admit I don't know a whole lot about the selection process, that kind of stuff, but I mean, at least an expanded window should definitely alleviate some issues. Terms come into effect. Serving on the CSM is a feat, and even the most valuable members need to take a break to recharge their capacitors. The following announcement of a 3-year limit at the start of the CSM 15 elections, or following the announcement, sorry, we will have several current members go on cooldown for a year at the end of their term in June. We want to take this moment to thank them for their contributions and wish them an excellent year enjoying spaceships without the duties of a public CSM representative. Members on cooldown this election: Inominate, Merkelchan, Gobbins, and Villy. Pretty high level names on there, actually, so it's kind of surprising to see. All new capsuleers who might not be familiar with the function and operations of the CSM are encouraged to check out this page for more information before diving into the details below. And it goes on to list when the submissions open, application processing, live candidate announcement, campaign period, voting period, and the CSM 17 announcement. So we'll be following this as it progresses throughout the summer. That's going to be pretty juicy stuff to get into. So I'm excited about that one. And then this goes on to list the application requirements. I won't go too much into this. Let's see. Scrolling down, and then there's the how to apply. Yep. So I mean, you can definitely check out this. This is actually in the front page of our splash screen before we log into the game. This has actually been posted probably for a couple of days now, I think, or at least a day. No, it just got posted yesterday, so it'll be up for a few days, or for a few days, maybe a week at most. And of course, they'll keep reiterating it like they do with the EVE Fan Fest that's coming up. Aside from that, like I said, I'm not going to go too deeply into those requirements and things, just because it's you can just look into it yourself if you're interested. See, beyond that, we warmly look forward to receiving your applications and following details of the many campaigns to come. We at CCP feel that we are far stronger and more effective at developing and maintaining the unique world of EVE side by side with the CSM. By banding together with common purpose and resolve, and by communicating with each other in a straightforward manner, we can realize our shared ambitions for the intrepid and limitless future of EVE Online. 07 or 70 if you're a brave guy. 7-0. At any rate, speaking of the CSM, I know I've seen kind of on Twitter and even through some Discord and even Slack channels, I think there are some people that I've known to have tried in the past they're going to be trying again. So it's good to see some of these higher level names come back up into the running again. It's good to see some of these guys that have been on for years get a bit of a cooldown period. It's only going to be a positive for everyone. So I'm glad that that everyone's kind of going to be able to get another shot at this, and I'm honestly glad that CCP is doing something like this. The fact that a game creator is doing something like this, is honestly pretty astounding. I just hope that their voices do bear enough weight to help move the game in a positive direction. I know that wasn't exactly the case a little while back, but we were all kind of dealing with hard times then, so here's hoping. Let's bring back some prosperity and wormholes. Let's get some low sec shenanigans going, things like that, right? Like that's the kind of stuff we really want to see, or at least that's what I want to see. I want to see some wormhole shenanigans. That's what I want to see. I want to see some greatness in wormholes, for sure. The next big order of business is Eve's Brave Collective's Reddit post. This is a big one, and I mentioned this a stream or two ago. John Bellicose Day is Friday, April 29th, and Brave has opened their doors essentially. We will be holding a 24-hour Sino Vigil in honor of John Bellicose, an inspirational member of the Brave community who sadly lost his life to suicide. John Bellicose Day is an honored tradition held by the Brave Alliance. Where is this? I thought this was Eve. Yeah, this is our Eve. Okay. The connections we make in this game are very real and very much a large part of the social game we play. Taking care of yourselves outside the game is important. We will host the event on our home station, Broadcast for Reps in QTAC 5211 in Pureblind. We have another station in the system that will be free-ported and supplied with Sino equipment and fireworks for the day of the event. We would ask that on this day, all Brave pilots will be welcoming and stay classy. Brave will be doing our best to help folks in our staging system. We recommend small, cheap things as not all parties in Eve partake in this event. Use caution. During the 24 hours of this vigil, Brave Alliance will not fire upon neutrals or reds in our space unless fired upon first. We are here to have a good time, share some laughs, and remember those who are no longer with us. So please join us on the 29th of April in QTAC 5211 in Pureblind. All are welcome. Shoot fireworks and light a Sino for the loved ones we've lost. They are not forgotten. This vigil will run from 23:59 on the 28th of April 22nd until 00:00 on the 30th of April 2022. Warm regards, Neverin. And they do have I guess they have a YouTube for it as well. I didn't actually watch the YouTube. So, just so you know, hey Rosewind. Network lag, huh? Yeah, well, we had some bad internet earlier today, actually. So I'm surprised. I'm not. To some degree, I'm actually not surprised about that. I wonder if it just affected most of the country, because it was pretty bad there for a little bit. As I've said before, John Bellicose Day, with it coming up, and I'll probably more or less say something again next week about it, because it's actually right before we should be streaming, right before the day happens, if I'm not mistaken. This is a great time of the year to celebrate lost loved ones, lost friends, family, those that are no longer with us, in a safe space. Definitely take advantage of it. Most ships can equip a fireworks launcher, so feel free to bring whatever ship you want. Like they said, this is it's gonna be a good time. It was a good time last year, so take advantage of it and shoot some fireworks. shoot some fireworks at the stations, because honestly, that's they get bigger when you shoot bigger things. So it's pretty cool. But beyond that, yeah, I mean, just head on out there, check it out for a little bit. Cynos get fun, you know, just to watch all the different cynos light up. And I'm sure laughs will be had all throughout. Also, for those of you that might need it, exclamation point B4R in my stream chat here will get you the Broadcast for Reps Discord link, get you into their Discord. Broadcast for Reps is there to assist with if you need resources for any kind of mental health. They can get you resources for your local area. There's also people there if you just need someone to talk to, as kind of a waypoint. They're not a replacement for a medical professional or a mental health professional, but they are there as essentially an ear if you need an ear. So, and there are a lot of good people over there running it. I know one of them, you know, and they're really good people. So, that's pretty much it for all of that. So aside from those notices and events, so the next thing we're going to be going into is kind of more geared towards the game at this point. As I said, this is more of a deep dive into intra-station trading. There are a few things you're going to want in order to get yourself set up, because you can't just I guess you could pop up the market and see what's going on, but you need more of a high level view of the market to know exactly what to do, where to go, how to get it done, that kind of thing. Easiest way to do that is evemarketdeals.com, their main site here. Let's see if this loads up or if this just takes me directly to the blog. Okay, so you've got a couple of different you go to the Eve Market Deals link. What does the market do? I didn't actually click on that beforehand. Okay. The deals tab specifically, if you click on that, this will show you kind of just all your deals. If you click additional options here, you can choose to show regions, show station name. You can uncheck bulk orders. You can select your security status that you care, if you care about it. Your accounting level. If you're an alpha, you're gonna set that to not trained, specifically because you don't have it. It's not a skill you can have as an alpha. It's actually an omega skill. Excuse me. I am still dealing with a cold. It's thankfully almost over. But it's still there just a little bit. And once you set these orders, you can click submit. The page will refresh and it'll kind of show you from there. This isn't bad, but there's a better way to do it, and there's a better way to filter this. Let me see if I can get this to work. That's the website. They do have an app. Connect. Smart View. Let's see if this goes over. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that worked. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see here, this is pretty much the app. It's also called Eve Market Deals. You can find it on... I know you can find it on Android as Eve Market Deals. I'm not sure about the iPhone side. So if you have an iPhone, you know, just try to search the name and see if it comes up for you. In order to set this up, once you open up the app, you'll click the three dots, go to settings. You'll click this. You can show all deals, which is how the website is set up by default. You can start with show best deals. If that doesn't kind of pull things down for you the way you want it, you can set it a little bit different. You can set your minimum profit by 1 million, 2 million, 0.5, whatever you want to do. Your max investment in million. So in this case, it's got it at, what is that, 100 million? Yeah, okay. Your max jumps, so you can set it by like 5 or 10 jumps or any, just to see what that looks like. Your max package volume, so this is where you can set the volume of your ship, right? So like you're doing, like in our case, we were doing 16,000 and I didn't set that last time, so I'll set it like that this time. It lets you set your accounting skill, your broker relation skill, what your market system security is that you're comfortable with doing, whether or not you want to show bulk orders, citadels, you know, just various things like that. And if you want to set notifications and show regions. Excuse me. And then once you've got all that set, you just go back and you hit the refresh button right there, and that should refresh everything for you. From here, it's just a matter of scrolling down and finding things. You're going to look for anything that has a positive number. Occasionally you'll run into, like down here, there's a negative 1.4 million ISK. You're not going to make any profit on that. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably can't see the mind link down there. The Armored Command mind link is a 0.7 million ISK profit. So another thing you also want to keep in mind of is some of these, I believe, are not per item. These are bulk sell orders. So like for instance, let's say I were to take these data cores, right? In order to get this 0.2 million ISK profit, I have to take all of these orders, and we can turn that off by going into settings, and then we can go to bulk orders, turn that off, and then we should be able to refresh from there, and then it shouldn't matter. At that point, we can actually see what's going to work and what's not. Yeah, and we can see that our list got a lot shorter. So that kind of helps us to see and determine where we need to go, what we need to look for, and how we need to get it done. Now, if there's not enough orders popping up, or maybe you just don't want to wait all day around and figure it out, you can go here and just go to maybe show great deals. We'll just start with show great. We'll refresh again, and it refreshed a bunch of things, and we see we got a few additional options. Not much, obviously. Those don't really get us any ISK, so that's unfortunate. And we could go to show good deals, refresh again, and see what we've got. So we got, I do think we got a couple of additional orders, but this gives you an idea. It's not a lot of ISK, but it is some ISK, so it's something to at least keep in mind in this particular regard. And this is what I used on Monday's stream in order to find a few items that might be worth it. You know, and another thing that really benefits you in this particular regard as an alpha is you have the option to create one clone. If you take that clone and put it on the other side of New Eden, and from here we'll actually go ahead and we will switch over. There we go. Let me do this real quick. I'm actually going to close Samsung Flow. We don't need it anymore. I do, however, need the app, but that's okay. If you take a look, let me actually move that over there. There we go. Okay, if you take a look at there we go, the autopilot. You go into, like, if you're doing a high sec only jumping, there isn't an easy way to go, say, from Jeddah to Amar, because that's 38 jumps. It's actually more, technically, because I believe I'm double backing in some ways. But as you can see, we need to go all the way around. So having like an alt or an alpha clone, not an alpha clone, a jump clone here, like in Amar or nearby, would be great in order to take advantage of some of those deals as well. Or maybe you just want to play in that area at the time, and you know, there you go. Another option, of course, would be create a separate account to take advantage of that. Another one too, you know, if you look at Ren's, which is another like a secondary hub. You know, if you're going from Amar to Ren's, or here's Ren's, right out here in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's a little bit easier to get from Jeddah to Ren's, but there's still a long distance, and a lot of that is because of how the formation of Pochven changed the landscape of New Eden's jump routes. You know, and then you've got Dodixie. And that one's actually a little bit closer to us. Whoops. But it's not closer to Jeddah or Amar. I'll take Amar. You know, so Jeddah and Dodixie are kind of close to one another in this regard, but they are not closer to Amar or Ren's. And then you've also got Heck, which is in Minmatar space specifically. And if you look, it's in Metropolis. Where is it? Excuse me. Cold's been kicking my butt off and on all day. Was like a 0.5. There it is. So it's like a long route, but it's still like a very long route. You'll have an easier time getting to Ren's from Heck than you will from like Jeddah or something. So it's really like worth your time to drop an additional jump clone either around in this area or down here. Amar's kind of off on its own, but Heck, Ren's, and Dodixie tends to be kind of along the same route, if you will. Where did it drop Ren's at? like, yeah, we're passing right through to Dixie here on our way. And I think Rennes is kind of the same way. You're just kind of passing right through it. Yeah, here's Rennes right here. So that kind of gives you, like, with Heck being right there, Rennes being right there, that's only like by 12, 13 jumps. It's not that bad. So that's kind of the gist of it, all things considered. And intra-station trading is good to do, like, in between some other things. Another option that you can do is, like, a little bit of market gaming, I guess. You could buy some stuff that you know doesn't sell very well, like in a Mar, or sells for a much lower price in Jeddah. Like, you could buy it up in Jeddah and take it all the way over to a Mar and try to sell it for a higher price. Things like some fuel blocks. Exploration loot can tend to sell at a higher rate. Things to keep in mind about the game is that the Amar areas, Kador, Domain, Tashmerkon, Devoid, and the Bleaklands, all of this is, and Corazor and Canid, all of this is Amar space, and it constitutes a great deal of New Eden. Like, it's really big. I think Derelict's even a part of that. No, Derelict is Galente, I think. No, Emitar Mandate. So it's a little bit more Amar based, but you know, in retrospect, like, that general region is so big, a good 40% of your wormholes actually open up in Amar space, if not more. And that means that when wormholers come out of there, their first drop-off point, their first main station is Amar. In Amar. And it's the Emperor Family Bureau Academy station. So you can place up buy orders that are actually lower than what Jeddah sells at and make a decent profit. Excuse me. So these are all things to, like, keep in mind, and that's just like one thing you can do. If you're wanting to get into advanced things like that, I would encourage looking at things at other sites like Atom for Eve, where you can kind of pay attention to that. But at that point, you also don't want to do. It's just here to that flash very quickly. But yeah, at that point, like, you're gonna want to probably create multiple alts. You're gonna probably also want to think about not hauling it yourself, but by probably getting a third-party hauling corp or alliance to do it, like Black Frog, Red Frog, or Push X or something like that. That way, you can still make a decent profit, but you don't have to spend the time specifically yourself. And of course, obviously, it's paying someone else to do it, so you're going to be getting less of a cut overall. And that's kind of the downside to that. But the upside is, you know, your game time isn't used up entirely by hauling unless that's really what you like. You can do other things during that time period, like abyssals or mission running, to get those LP. You know, maybe do some PvP with your corp mates or alliance mates, just however you want to do it. So that's those are all benefits to doing something like that. Like I said, as an alpha, there aren't a whole lot of options available to you, but actually putting up contracts and having someone else haul your stuff back and forth, especially when you only have access to one jump clone, that can be a huge boon, because even though you're not making a lot of it, it will stack up. It will add up over time. I think you only get like 17 or 11 market orders, something like that. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get us back to Jeddah. We'll start there before we go any further. And then we'll look and we'll see, as far as the station trading goes, if there's anything to take advantage of. And then once we get done with that, we might actually just spend the rest of the time hopping into Wormhole Land and seeing if we can find another decent payout. Maybe just explore. I mean, we got one. And the last time we did it before that, we got about 20 or so mil. So it's out there. And while we're getting everything set up, another thing is going to be, actually, let's do a server pulse real quick. We're at 16.3K accounts logged in, players logged in. Of course, not all of them are players. A lot of them are probably going to be, or most of them are probably going to be duplicates. People using multiple accounts. So, so things like that. Plastic sauce. How's it going, Vetro? Plastic sauce. All right, let's see here. We're doing that. Turn that off. And let's go back to the market deals. I'm going to modify my settings just a bit more. Not doing too bad. Just getting things set up. We went over just kind of how to set up the Eve Market Deals app. I'm going to get us back to Jitta, and then I'm going to kind of take a peek on the phone and see if I can find anything. Hopefully anything worth it. I might actually do... I'll do max jumps at 15. High security. Bulk orders. Let's go ahead and enable bulk orders. We'll go ahead and enable Citadels too, because we might actually be able to run into there's a group out there. There's a marketing group. The I Choose You industry, I think. Bank plan. Oh no. That's always not good. No fun. But I mean, better luck next time, right? So. On the bright side, I mean, you're logging in, doing some stuff, right? Yeah, okay, I'm ready here. Let's refresh again. The only thing I would have to say about the Eve Market Deals app, or even or even the website, is that there's no way to log in for it to track where you're at, so it can't show you the closest deals to you, which is the only downfall of that app. Yeah, counting Catalyst losing one. Yeah, because you have to, especially if you're doing high set ganking, you have to do like it's a numbers game. Your losses are calculated. Your ships are calculated. Everything is just calculated, so what kind of profit you could potentially make from that, and you have to have so much alpha damage apply in order to one or two shot that thing before Concord shows up and blows you up. You only get so many seconds. So I get it. And we are going into Udama. Oh boy. Thankfully, we are empty. Yeah, we're empty. Good times. Where does that? Okay. Maybe I'll just dock that there. I don't. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a good idea. 8 to 100% secured. It wasn't. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're just doing it to do it. I gotcha. Oh, I got some people on gate. We want anime skins. All right, dude. Oh, doing that for the killboard. You'll have to show me sometime if you get it. I would be very interested. I love that killboard stuff. This thing is slow. Oh, and I have had my client open for an hour or so before I actually went live. Just so you all know, we did have a couple of things complete. Not a whole lot. Mining upgrades. 4 is what's training right now. I think Minotaur Destroyer. Okay. And I thought it was something else, but oh yeah, the shield compensation stuff completed too while we were off air. So, you know, good times. Got ganked by 3 tornadoes. Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. Got ganked by tornadoes and itty. You must have been hauling something pretty pretty expensive. That's no bueno. Oh man. If it makes you feel any better, my kill board is like, it's probably so green it's not even funny. No wait, snuggly. It just, I don't remember which color it is, but it's not what you'd want as a PvP player, that's for sure. I don't think they even made that much. Okay. Okay. That's fair. I mean, the only thing that really matters is you're having fun, so. Oh gosh. Excuse me. Yeah, go for it. Uh-oh. Are you guys not getting my game audio by chance? Oh my god. Oh, skill injectors. And those dropped? Okay. That, I know why. I was having a lot of problems earlier on, so let me actually adjust that. That is my computer. I have the game set up to where it's supposed to be pulling in its audio into essentially like a virtual cable. But it's got this bad habit of not, like, Eve doesn't let you do that for some reason. Or rather, Eve doesn't like to let me save that information. Like, I said it, and then it's all like, it's bad. That explains why it was so much louder. Now it's quieter. That's good. I mean, the 7 billion is, ouch. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know why he would have been carrying LSIs, but yep. All right, you guys should be able to hear my game audio now. That's the one thing I didn't actually check beforehand. I had a lot of problems getting my webcam working today, so I had to reboot a few times, and I thought I'd addressed that at the same time, but apparently I did not. So on the bright side, you didn't really miss much. Yeah. I adjusted my game audio a little bit too, so if it's too loud, just let me know. Which it might be, actually. Still having to tweak and fine-tune. Oh, right. Oh, this is perimeter. Okay, that's why. It's fine. Okay. It's hitting, well, as far as OBS is concerned, it's hitting into the yellow sometimes. So, but it's doing the audio ducking thing that I want it to do, so it shouldn't be it might even be just a bit too loud during those high points. Just a tiny bit. There. It's just from my end, it looks like I can see the colors and the visuals, and you know, I've actually got it turned down on my end, so I hear it different. Yeah. I still, like I said, I'm still adjusting everything, so. Okay. There we go. There's our zero dog. Excuse me. A long day. And there's the Jitter Trade Hub. There we go. All right, we are back in. All right, let's see what we can find. Okay, Amar. There's some titanium sabot rounds, mediums. They're in essence, and I carry them to perimeter and make a 1.3 million ISK profit on that. I could do some coolants if I wanted to go from Genesis to Verge Venter. Yeah. No, I hear you. It's always hard starting out. Always hard. Like, I mean, it's just you know, in order to, I mean, you don't necessarily have to lie, obviously, to grow, but you could. But it is hard to find people that want to come in and poke in for a while and play, right? I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, a lot of people don't want to stick around to something that's not fully established, because they don't want to put in the extra work, or maybe they just want to play the game, right? That's not their jam, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it can be. Um, excuse me. 5, 5. Oh, the spirits. Gosh. Some Inferno heavy missiles. Here we go. Something in load truck. Yes, UK. There you go. Ratted up votes are always good. Definitely gotta get those up, dudes. And if they're gonna help you to grow your corp, it's even better. Okay, that's good. That's actually, let's do that. And then the destination is gonna be perimeter. Okay, so it's a few jumps out and around, but hey, you know, this will work. This is a good start. All right.
Drive active.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh. So, are you posting on the Eve Jobs forum as well, Vetro, in order to get hopeful candidates? Okay, that's good. Gosh, I wouldn't know what to do with it, other than try desperately to haul it, but I probably wouldn't be hauling it myself, so I'll probably pass. I've actually got some stuff on my alt that I need to get hauled out. I need to get to Jeddah. It seems like oh, okay. I mean, if you need the ISK, I'll buy it from you for, say, 90% Jeddah sell. As long as it's in high sec. I won't take a hauler through through low sec. That's just, especially a T1 squishy hauler. Tell me what station. Okay. I have been known to be that crazy, just saying, but not, you know, maybe not tonight.
Drive active.
I don't think they went the same way as me. Yeah, if I had access to like a DST or something, that'd be a little bit better to kind of throw into low sec. But that's fair. Should I buy then? Should I buy?
Drive active.
That's fair. Like I've said though, I get buy and sell mixed up all the time because what I'm selling, like the station is buying essentially, and what I'm buying the station is selling, so it flips in my head all the time. Okay, I'm here. Which one is it? Oh. Okay. My corp is in Brave Collective. Yeah, Spoopy newbies have been, yeah, Spoopy's been a part of Brave for quite some time. Oh, I closed that. I didn't mean to.
Permission requested.
I need that. Come on.
Docking request
There we go.
accepted.
Yeah, they've been a big part of Spoopy or of Brave for most of the time. Brave's been around, actually, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's hope this works. Let's go to perimeter. Right now, Spoopy's in between homes, but okay. So Brave Collective, they are a nullsec alliance. They have access to
Warp drive.
let's see here. They've actually been around for a long time. Right now, they're in Pure Blind. Right now, Brave has a couple of different services geared towards helping new bros, newer players, or even older players who are returning to the game succeed. They have something called the Brave Dojo. So, like, they hand out ships. They can help you get skill books, things like that. There are special interest groups within Brave that you can do, like blopsing, mining. It's really one big community. They offer services like they've got the Brave Core, which allows you to register all your main, all your alts, and then from there you can get into the wiki. The wiki is a place. It's kind of like a hub of information for corporations and individual pilots within Brave. If you don't like the idea of nullsec, you don't have to stay in nullsec, but Brave does have Vortex on a regular basis. So they created something called Brave Empire for the high secers, for those that want to kind of stay in high sec. So Brave actually has a robust high sec division, as well as a division that's starting to gain traction in Pochven. So if you're interested in like Triglavian stuff and things like that, like you can get into that. Like I said, for a while, Brave also had wormhole presence with Spoopy. Right now, we're still working to reestablish that after a recent eviction. So that's coming. Or coming back. But I mean, like, there's all sorts of like. Have you ever been in nullsec? I guess that's one thing I should ask. Because if you've never been in nullsec and you've only ever been in like high or low sec, your ISK making opportunities are actually kind of limited. Nullsec ISK is a little bit of a different beast. You've got and I don't have any anomalies in this system. You still have the same green sites. Okay. So in nullsec you have combat sites, which you would do, and those get you a lot more ISK, especially if you're kind of tromping around in a like a Dominix, and doing the sites like that. They tend to be pretty easy to run. They can get you quite a bit of ISK. They also get you quite a bit of loot, which you would sell to a buyback or smelt down for materials and minerals. I mean, the bounty payout is pretty good. You've also got access to public moons, which, if you've ever done any moon mining, a lot of the null alliances have the same stuff. Like, you'll have it's really space dependent. So while Brave has Pure Blind, which isn't necessarily like some of the best nullsec space as like compared to like Horde or even Goonswarm, they do have a lot of the similar things. Like, they have R64 moon access. They have, obviously they go on, like any other null alliance, they'll go on fleets. They have fleet fights. They have, soft warfare. So if the PvP is kind of more your thing, there's a standing fleet to just kind of keep an eye out for things to shoot at. Planets, PI, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in PI, which PI is mind-numbingly painful, but once it's set up, it can bring in quite a good chunk of passive income per month. But yeah, I mean, Brave offers, as opposed to like other alliances, Brave is smaller than some of the bigger ones, the bigger blocks. We actually have less space, but overall, like, you're not gonna find a lot of variance and differences. The big difference with Brave is that they tend to act like as one big community. Various SIGs for doing, or special interest groups rather, for doing like Blopsing, Pochvin, wormhole diving, things like that. So I think actually the one thing that Brave offers that other null alliances don't offer is the fact of a wormhole corporation. When Spoopy was set up back in Kappa, we had what's called a day trip program, which allowed people to come in and essentially live in Spoopy's wormhole, barring certain, given certain requirements. And that would give you a feel for a wormhole life and just make you decide whether, or give you the opportunity rather to decide whether or not you liked it. That was one of the big pushes about Spoopy. One of the big selling points for Spoopy newbies. So yeah. But they've got a really good leadership. Yeah, I hear you. And I get that. Like, that was kind of my thought too. Horde's kind of there too. It's really just a choice between Horde, Goons, and Fraternity. I think those are the biggest ones on the Sov map right now. So, like, if you're wanting to be one of the smaller guys, I think your options are really us, Volta, We Form Blob. There might be a few others out there. At least as far as like Pure Blind and those surrounding areas go. I guess you've got Banderlogs too. They're another one. But another thing that Brave offers, or doesn't offer rather, or doesn't ask for, I should say, is participation requirements. Like, they'd like you to engage because they want you to engage in PvP. They want you to have fun with PvP, but they're never going to say, hey, you haven't done X number of fleets in so long. We need you to be a part of those fleets, you know? Yeah. Well, the Imperium is a part of Goon Swarm. So, if I'm not mistaken, like, what is it? Imperium is the block. Where is it? Am I just blind? Where's the keep star? There it is.
Drive active.
That's odd. It's not in the gate station. Okay. That's fine. That's an easy enough thing. Yeah, because Goon... Okay, so... Yeah, Goon Swarm is... I think it's both a corporation and or it's an alliance and it's the coalition. But the Imperium is one of the... Like, it's the primary group of Goon Swarm. It's one of the primary... I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because you've got Goon Swarm... And then you've got the Imperium. And they are a part of... Pretty sure they were there. No, the Imperium was probably... However that shakes out. Yeah. Goon Swarm, I mean, you're still, no matter what, Goon Swarm is the primary part of that, of the Imperium, and the Imperium is the block itself. Like, if you're a part of Goon Swarm, you're a part of the Imperium, that kind of thing. To be fair, they have a really good culture. Like, those that are in Goon Swarm are very tight-knit. They have a very different culture, from what I hear. And that's not bad. There's nothing inherently bad or wrong about them. They're just the biggest guy. That's just how it works. So, all right, and we are selling, and we did make a little bit of ISK on that one, as we can see. So we bought at 15.1, we sold at 18.9. Excuse me. And the transaction brought it from 79 before to 81.3. So that was actually a pretty decent haul, all things considered. Let's see if we can find another one. I really don't want to do the ammo. Solitude. Thorax. That. Synthetic oil. Interior to perimeter. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's do. Okay. Yep, we'll do that one. That offer to join wrong alliance. Okay. Wrong alliance. You know, you guys have, as long as you guys are active. Esoterra. Oh, okay. Esoterra's burning to the ground. So yeah, I wouldn't have joined that. Esso's burning. um, you guys are actually big enough as long as you're all pretty active. You could always jump into a C2 wormhole, throw down an Astra House, and get established there. You can ISK up pretty quickly, get into some good fights, just control your space a little bit, and just kind of branch off on your own. You don't necessarily need to join an alliance, unless, I mean, that's really the route you want to go. I mean, there's a couple different ways you can do it. I know you said you wanted to grow, so you can join a null block, but or a null group. You know, I mean, if you just want to kind of get out there and play and really ISK up, it might be a good way to do it, even if it is for like a couple of months. So, yeah. Well, you got essentially 4. There's some really good ones out there. Didn't require a whole lot of.
Warp drive active.
I think we had. Yeah. Looking. There are plenty of. You probably already know all this. Where is it at? There's the recruitment chat. You can also fly through some of the new bro channels or new bro systems, and kind of put yourself out there, I believe. Another thing that you could do, and I enjoyed this back when I was doing director work, was I would build essentially new player or new recruit care packages or new bro care packages, however you want to look at it. For me at the time, it's a null secker that consisted of a venture, a frigate that was combat capable, a frigate that was tackle capable, more so able to just kind of hold someone down, so that way you had something for defense, and I think that was it, really. Just oh yeah, no, it was a frigate, it was a venture, it was a scanning ship, it was a combat ship, and it was a throwaway tackle ship. And they were all frigates, so it didn't cost a whole lot of ISK, and they all got wrapped up, like mods and all, into a secure container, or, well, no, not a secure container, but a container, and that can essentially be given to your new bros immediately upon inception. Like, you can contract it to them, or you can deliver it to them if they're in the station, or just however you wanted to do that. But you could do that. So that's definitely something to consider. Create 5 of those packages, put them in your corp CEO corp hangar, and wait. Say, hey, we got it. You know, when they join, you know, maybe don't mention it beforehand, but be like, hey, we got a care package for you. Helps get you started, helps get you mining right away, helps get you ready for PvP right away. So like if catalysts are your thing, right, you could build a catalyst, you could have the mods and the rigs all ready to go and a packaged ship, and just boom, there you go, it's right in there. Same with Adventure. Honestly, just about anybody can fly Adventure, with some minor ones. I mean, it's not much, but it gets them where they need to go, at least until they can generate a little bit more ISK and get up there. So, and if they've got everything they need to get started, then even better. No. But hey, I mean, everybody always finds something useful in a package like that. Here's a T1 scanning ship, no cloak. All right, hop into a wormhole, and you know, it only cost you 2 million. Actually, for them, it would be free. And if they find a 10 million ISK or 25 million ISK payout from a monument site, then great. They just made 10, 20 times the amount of the ship. Plus, they got the ship free anyway. And if it gets blown up, it costs them nothing to lose the ship. People love free. It's always something I try to do, at least. Miners. Oh, yeah, type.
Warp drive active.
Ah, skilling spree's back. That's good to know. Ah, these must be the guys. Hmm. Yeah. Something covered. Oh, shit. Hmm. Um. Wonder. That's even still.
Warp drive active.
Could always do Northern Coalition too. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh no, I just lost where I was going. I wonder if they're still in business. Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble. They used to be. So let's see if they still are. Actually, you know what? This is going to be odd. Let's see if I just go to Dotland.
Hard drive active.
Hmm. 30 mil. It's gonna be a little high for me at the moment. I'm gonna have to preserve the ISK. I've got a plan for something here in the near future. Um, but definitely get back with me if you have any other ventures. So in the future, and we'll see where we're at. They're not. I thought they were. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. Sorry.
Hard drive active.
Cut out. That doesn't mean I'm having problems. Okay, doesn't look like it. At least not right now. That's good. Okay. Yeah, well, I double checked anyways. I'm a little paranoid when it comes to my connection. We have pretty good internet over here, so I get really twitchy when things go wrong, because there's a reason I got the good internet, you know. So I try to keep it as on point as possible.
Hard drive active.
Like, to the point, I actually got I bought a key for the pro version of Ping Plotter, so that way I could tell if something's going wrong. I could figure out what's going on, so I could tell my service provider, it's your fault, not my equipment. And part of that's because I think my equipment's like 2 or 3 years old now at this point, but I purchased all my equipment. I'm not renting it from the provider, so I want to be able to tell them that they can't tell me to go buy new equipment, because I'm not going to buy equipment. Not unless I have to. I'll open up my equipment and I'll reseat the thermal paste before I'll go and buy new equipment. Okay. I'm there. And these were what? Synthetic oil.
Hard drive active.
I guess the real question is how much. Oh, okay. Okay. Just hoping I make something out of this. Okay, I will probably call this the last run once I finally get back to perimeter.
Docking permission requested. Docking request.
At least for this, I'm gonna go ahead and divert us. There we go. Okay. Now let's see if we can make it back.
Warp drive active.
About 12 jumps. Okay, well, I guess that little widget is working. Like it's supposed to, at least. That's good. Oh, let's see if it's working like it should.
Warp drive active.
Go. Setting up something on this side. Perfect.
Warp drive.
That should have, hopefully, okay, that should have done that one. see if this actually lets me copy this into a skill plan. What if I don't want to create a plan? What if I want to do? Okay, well, it's letting me do that. That's good. Oh, this could be a second. That's great. That's a lot of days. Okay, well. So, jumping. Yeah, makes sense. They're not injected, right? So for those of you that are curious as to what in the world I'm doing, while I was offline, I went into Python and I created a character skill, or essentially a fake character in Python, and then I loaded it up with all the skills and the skill levels that an alpha can train to max. So it's like the whole 20 point some odd million skill points thing. That's all. What I'm trying to do, because I just imported it into Python over here, I have a separate Python for essentially my streaming production environment, and only for that. So I imported that alpha clone there, and now I'm trying to get that same exact skill plan over here. But it doesn't really give me an easy way to import, which is quite a bummer, actually. That doesn't make me happy. I want more. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That's a lot of skills. I like it.
Drive active.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of skill. Okay. Let's name it Alpha Plan. And we're gonna select that to track my progress. Wow, it's gonna take almost a year, even as an Omega, to get there. It's crazy bad. Oh yeah, got some skill points I need to go ahead and use. Hey, but that worked out really well. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Actually, I'm very impressed with that. I'm very happy about that one. Let's go ahead and apply these skill points. Okay, so these must be the skill, or these must be skills missing. Okay. Right? Yeah, train skills skills in training queue and skills missing from training queue. Okay. If I go back to the skill books missing part. Okay, it'll show me what skill books are missing. Perfect. And then I can choose which ones that I might want to inject. Armor layering. It's mostly just the ones I think that are over 1 million that I don't have. This is going to be a great way to keep an eye on this, actually. Okay. That one. Not that we need that one. That one. Oh, unavailable. Okay. Armor. Go ahead and do that one. Buy all the rigging skills. At this point, it's not going to matter. 30 pulse. Atlantic. No. About a ship. Drone. Gas cloud harvesting. That one was. Yeah, that one was expensive. Drums, no. My only real issue is that the alpha plan's not separated out. So like you don't know which skills you're training to actually maximize and optimize your plan based on what your skill, what you're remapped to. That's probably my biggest gripe about that. Sure, yeah, gotta find that. Oh. Those reactions over. There we go. Specialization. Target painting. Dark armor. Thermodynamics is important. It'll probably be one of the first big ones that I buy. Okay, so that's the end of that. Okay. One more jump and then we'll be there. Ah, it took us quite a bit. I have to get back there. Oh, excuse me. There we go.
Warp drive active.
And there we go. Gosh, it took. And even though I've just like purchased a whole bunch of stuff, skill books and such, we should still be able to see a pretty decent return.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. Let's see here. Seven, and what did we buy it at? So yeah, we're still seeing. Oh wait, no, 19.6. We're still seeing a great return on those. So all of that, and we're still even higher than when we started. That's great. That's beautiful. I like it. That was an extremely good grab right there. All right, let's get this ship back to Jeddah.
Warp drive active.
I'm not on those guys' bad side.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Today's forecast. Pirate activity seems higher than usual. Please fly safe as you exit this station.
Okay. Get back into the old trusty Magnate.
Pilots,
Magnate.
the debris as you are undocking.
So now we need to figure out where we're gonna go.
Before exiting the station.
Last time I went into low sec. I found a wormhole from there. Let's close that. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to head to that direction again. Don't necessarily like the idea of going into...
Jitar Trade Hub is not responsible for monetary loss due to local chat scams.
See, I think that might actually be a good... Oh no, we're going through Tama. I don't want to go through Tama. Kind of sucks. It's just like... If I go over that way, I'd be going closer to the Polygate execute. I'd rather avoid that one.
Welcome to Cheetah Trading Hub. Please note there has been reports of scammers in the local area.
matter what, I'm still gonna have to go through Tom.
Today's forecast. Pirate activity seems higher than usual. Please buy sails to exit station.
Yeah, no matter what I do, I'm not getting away from Tama. I think I might just go ahead and risk it. I mean, if it doesn't work out, just wait other shit. Gosh, excuse me.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We get to see if Tom is being gate camped right. Oh boy. This is either gonna be a good thing or a really bad thing.
Warp drive active.
Yep, they are. Oh, they're baiting tonight. How interesting.
Warp drive active.
Name and faction warfare. Yeah. Let's see what I can find.
Warp drive
Try to go to
active.
the next area. See what that looks like. Someone's already got cores out. I'm however all alone here. Let's see what we can find.
Warp drive active.
Ah. Figures as soon as I get in. Oh, that's alright. Let's go to
Warp drive active.
Buzzard. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
Map. Oh. Excuse me. We'll try going this way to Bridge Vendor and see what happens. They actually don't appear like they're too. It's possible they may just be. Go.
Warp drive active.
Get us a safe made. Boop. Good enough for me.
Warp drive active.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and try to scan. Perhaps if we're lucky, we'll find ourselves a way in. This one looks promising. Combat site. Okay, this one's a this one might not hit. No, it did. It's just really slow to lock down. That's right. I was scanning on my main earlier today for a court mate looking for a connection, and I got it in like 3 hits, and I'm not used to that yet. So, you know, having like 125 points of scan strength will definitely do that. Maybe it was 118. I don't specifically remember. Army. Okay. I may just take what I can get. Mhm. One really just doesn't want to lock down. Oh, there we go. I can tell it's getting late for me. I thought I already hit that. I guess I did not. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's go with these two and see what we can find.
Warp drive active.
Excuse me. This one is end of life. Null. Okay. Not particularly one that we want. Let's keep
Warp
going.
drive active.
R943 again. Looks like it's about end of life. Unknown parts. Perfect. Let's go through it. This one should be a C2. I'm not mistaken. I think R943 is going to C2s. Yep, called it. C2 with a C3 high. Just do that one. It's home. And let's go ahead and make us a safe somewhere. Let's start with here.
Warp drive active.
Based on my overlay, I don't see any other structures around, so that's good. Let's actually make it here.
Warp drive active.
Oh, yeah, time. That's good. Ish. Customs off. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so let's start by removing this. Should be enough. Okay, we'll see if we can actually bring this in. Okay. With that result. And now from here, see what else there is to discover. Try to grab as many of these as possible. I think we're doing it right there. Okay, remember we've got 2 additional wormhole connections aside from the main one, which we are, or our particular inn, which we have already scanned down. So out of this, 6 more connections. There should be at least 2. Hopefully that's it. There's a gas site. Obviously not what we're after. So we'll just call hard pass on that. So that means we really only have 3 more shots to find something, and then we need to either find the high set connection or we need to find the C3 and try from one of those. This one provided us a bit of a better hit, so I think we'll go ahead and go there. We'll go ahead and rescan it to you. Oops. Okay, it's a little bit lower than I'd like it to be. I didn't reposition properly. Okay, yet another gas site. We've got this one here, which should be this one. Let's go ahead and see if we can't bring that in. Wow, that did not work. Well, just increase it. Look at that. Another signature popped up right away. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing. We got this cosmic signature that did pop up here. Go ahead and scan that. We'll see if we can maybe get any hits with that. Still at 8 AU, but it's alright. Oh, did it undo my... Oh, because it probably died. I bet if I go back, it's probably gone now.
Warp drive active.
Unless I hit something by accident, which is totally possible. Nope, it is completely gone. All right, well. And speaking of, this is a wormhole connection. Hopefully it is one of only 2 that we're hoping to find. C2 wormholes have been a bit Swiss cheese in the past week or so. 4, 5, 6 connections popping up in a single C2. It's pretty rough when you're an explorer finding all those. Even more rough for those that are wormholers living in a C2. Okay, so we've gotten. Oh yeah, see, and it already disappeared. So perhaps somebody rage rolled a connection. Hard to say. Okay. That didn't. Hmm. All right then. Okay. So this is the second, hopefully, of two. Go ahead and get this scanned down to completion. And then we'll move on to our last two signatures. Hope that there's something good to grab. If not, I guess we'll be heading to somewhere else. Oh, I went too small. Supposed to go bigger. That's my fault. Oh. Yeah. Okay, yet another wormhole connection. Let's go ahead and get this scanned down. If I had to guess, we're probably not going to find anything here, which is okay. It happens, so that's fine. Okay. Very last connection here. quite a big jump. Either that's another wormhole connection or it's another gas site. Let's find out. Yep, it's another wormhole. Okay. Okay. Start with this one.
Warp drive active.
See where that goes. We'll see if we can find the high sec and the D3 connect, or the C3 connection as well. And we'll use just those two. Oh, this one looks like it's about to die. It is, however, the high sec connection. High security, just about end of life. Let's just set it as home.
Warp drive active.
That way, hopefully it'll be up for at least another 30 minutes. Enough time for us to kind of poke around, see what we're doing. See kind of what's going on. Oh, 477. I think that's RC3. Yes, it is. This one looks very stable too. Set it as C3. And just for funsies, let's poke at the other two to see what we got.
Warp drive active.
Because might as well make sure we know what we're looking at. Oh, excuse me. It's a K162. A high sec. Okay. Also another home. Stable. Also looks like it's going to Minmatar space.
Drive active.
That's probably the one we'll use on our way through. Another K162. This one looks like it might be a null sec. No, it's another high sec. This one takes us to Aldari space, as denoted by the blue. Okay, well, we've already got a stable high sec in the Minmatar space. I think we'll probably call that good. We'll just focus on going to the C3 then at this point.
Warp drive active.
Happily leave those connections alone. All right, let's warp. Let's jump in here. Go ahead and splash on in. See what the water feels like. Oh yeah. Okay, there is a structure. What a name for a structure. quite a few members. However, it's a C3 low. So I'm willing to take a guess that they don't generally,
Warp drive active.
they don't seem to have a lot in the way of stations here. I don't think. I think they just had the one. Yep, they just had the one. Okay, what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna do a bookmark right there. Okay. First things first.
Warp drive active.
I bet that's the one right there. It's off close. If I had to guess. This is the magnetar. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that result. And let's see what we can catch. We got a heron. Let's see if they can pass through. If they're gonna stick around. Although, you know, it'd be really interesting to get that heron. We couldn't hold him. So that's the only bad thing about that. If this was slightly better equipped, I could have like a warp stab here. Probably this would be- one is a relic site. Let's see what we can find. And they may have already scanned everything out too. So it's possible we may have already lost this site. Oh, there's a data site too. That's interesting. Before we could get to it. Either way, let's see what happens. A ruined angel monument site. Okay, so if nothing else, I mean, we found something. Out of curiosity. Yeah. Let's go to it anyway.
Web drive active.
Let's see what we can find. All right, let's check out some of these other sites while we're doing this. Try to kind of scan and go a little bit. He did not get to it. Let's go. So pretty far out. If that one was a wormhole. Let's see what else we've got. They may have found a different one. We may just have to be happy with what we got. Go with that. Oh, kind of shot out pretty far, didn't it? Another data site. No. Okay, so there are 2 data sites. That should help us out. Take that out now. Same with that. Okay, that'll at least help us out a little bit. I can't find a way to protect myself. I won't be able to complete this. There we go. Okay, well, that's not too bad. That. Nope, not there. That's not where I need to go. I'm guessing this is, yeah, here we go. And there he is. He's awful far away. I wonder if he's at. How in the world did they get there? Now they warped off. Question how that was possible later on. All right. Well, I think I've definitely overstayed my welcome in this particular case. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that one. Lucky. Well, they brought out some sisters. Okay. They've got Okay. Well, I'll admit I don't actually know where this one's gonna be at then. Oh, right there. Okay. Of course. Okay, last one. Okay. Let's go ahead and make our way home.
Warp drive active.
I won't bother scanning those other sites. We did make a little bit in this particular run, so not going to complain too much. And we still have our overseer's effects, which, again, it's a couple mil. With our real loot being here. All right. Yeah, we made about 7 mil. So it's not the greatest, but
Warp drive.
on top of the couple mil we made doing the station trading, that I mean, that still marked a pretty decent note for the night. Can't really complain too much. Need to stop that. Be good, kitty. All right, we'll go ahead and hang our hats here tonight in Olbra. Where is that? Oh, okay. Right here in Metropolis. What do you know? I like it. We'll find ourselves a nice little station to dock up at.
Warp drive active.
And that works for me. From here... It is a bit early, but kind of late for me, honestly. I'm pretty tired from my week at my space hauling job, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to follow, like, so I mean, you can check out my Linktree account to follow me on all your favorite socials. Don't forget to hit that bell, be notified every time I go live or when I post a new video. And I know I've been saying this for a few streams now. YouTube is ramping up. Don't be afraid to check me out at Eclipse Frontiers on YouTube, where we're going to post not just EVE Online, but space. So, no. From here, we're all docked up. We're ready to go and enter warp again to our next destination. So until next time, guys, I'll see you in the verse.